Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're not going to be talking about Life is Strange or Life is Strange 2, but instead we're going to be looking ahead to next year at Thubnail's next game titled Tell Me Why. So in case you missed it, yesterday we got the announcement of a brand new game from Thubnail called Tell Me Why. You can see it now being played in the background. If you have not yet checked out the trailer, be sure to check it out down in the description down below. I will leave a link in the description, so if you want to go ahead and check the trailer out for yourself, be sure to do that, because I think this game actually went under a lot of people's radars. Maybe one or two of you might not have seen it yet, so if you haven't, there's a link in the description, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly explain a bit about the game first, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about my thoughts and feelings of the game. So let's start talking about the game. Tell Me Why is a true-to-life game that focuses on a pair of twins called Tyler and Alyssa, untangling the memories of their troubled childhood. Tyler and Alyssa's relationship will act as the backbone of the game as their narrative life in a small town in Alaska. It will also tell a story of Tyler's life as a trans man. Players will explore the identical twins' different memories of key events and choose which memories to believe. Ultimately, the choice players make determine the strength of the twins' bond and the future course of their lives. Players will split their time between both siblings. So reading both the little description of the game as well as checking out the gameplay trailer, I really do actually get a lot of Life is Strange vibes from this game. Of course it makes sense, it's made by Thubnail, the same people who made Life is Strange and Life is Strange 1, but this game does actually feel like a Life is Strange game in some way. In fact, if you just showed me the trailer and not told me the name of the game and you told me it was Life is Strange 3, I probably would have believed you, but hearing about this game, I'm really excited for it. Of course, the one thing that everyone has talked about is the trans character, which we'll talk about a bit later on, but for the meantime, I just want to quickly talk a bit about my feelings for the game so far and what we read. I'm interested in this, I really am. Obviously, I'm a huge Life is Strange fan. This entire channel is about Life is Strange, so having a new narrative game from Thubnail automatically gets me excited for it, but seeing how Sean and Daniel's relationship in Life is Strange 2 developed throughout that game, I'm really excited to see how another sibling relationship will end up developing throughout this game. That's kind of been on my mind. Obviously, when I read it was about siblings, the first thought that came to mind was Sean and Daniel, because they were in Life is Strange and that was made by Thubnail, so having another game made by Thubnail about siblings, it's kind of hard to not think about that one. But I really enjoyed watching Sean and Daniel's relationship develop, so I'm interested to see how this relationship with Tyler and Alyssa will develop throughout this game. As well as that, we're going to be uncovering some kind of mystery. I'm not sure exactly what the mystery is going to be yet. I really have no idea. I haven't seen anyone mention it or talk about what the mystery is, and I doubt we're going to find out about what it is until later on when the game is released. Also, the whole choice narrative, the way they word it in this story and about describing the game, my guess is that the game's going to be like going back and forth between the present and the past. Like, you're going to be playing games in the present and then you'll hop back into the past and make choices there that will ultimately change the present and how that game works. It kind of reminds me of Life is Strange when, Max went back in time to like a past event, she did something that ultimately ended up changing the future, but it's not going to be the case that us suddenly just hopping back in time. We'll have like some flashbacks to past events and we choose what happens, I guess, in those past events that will ultimately develop and change how the present works in the game. That's what I'm going to figure out how this is going to work. Now, we should probably talk about the main story that's going on in this game. The big news about this game is that this game will feature a transgender character. One of the main protagonists, Taylor, is the transgender character. Now, personally with me, I don't really care about a character's gender or sexuality or skin color or age or any of that. I don't really care about all that. As long as it's a good written, developed character and is set in a good, well-written story, I'm ultimately going to end up falling in love with him no matter what. But I will say, I gotta give credit to Thubnail for taking this step, for being brave and taking this step and having a transgender character as one of the main protagonists in this game. It's a big step. I mean, you don't really see a lot of transgender characters, not just in video games, but in all kinds of different media. Whether that be film or TV or any kind of media. I presume there are, of course, films and TV shows that do feature transgender characters. I just can't recall seeing any or it ever been featured in like a film that I've seen recently, but credit must be given to Thubnail for ultimately taking this step and, you know, making one protagonist a transgender character. Because obviously there was a big risk behind this, you know, there could have easily been a lot of backlash to this, and sadly and unfortunately there has been, I guess, some backlash to this. Not a lot, but I have seen comments on Twitter about this, you know, people complaining and, you know, saying stuff. I'm not gonna talk about it or show any of the tweets because personally I don't want to give those kind of people a time of day, but thankfully there has been actually a lot of support behind this movement, and, you know, I'm truly grateful that people are being supportive of this and, you know, getting behind Thubnail's back, myself included. I'm fully behind Thubnail in the story and having a transgender character. I'm really looking forward to see what they do with both this character and the sibling, how their relationship builds upon this. I know some people were worried about a transgender character, which I can understand. Not worried as if it was going to offend anyone, but worried if it would be done correctly. And I do have faith in Thubnail doing this transgender character correctly. They have worked with LGBT communities and organisations. They're not just going into this blind, you know, making stuff up, guessing what it would be like to be transgender. They have talked to you know, people who are in fact transgender, and obviously people who work within LGBT organisations to help as well. So Thubnail have got a full understanding of what a transgender character should be. What I think this character will end up being, what I think the character and the story will end up being like, is it will be done tastefully and respectfully, but I also think it's going to be very emotional as well, and also show the real consequences that some people suffer with being transgender, some of the struggles and issues they might have to face in life. I feel Thubnail is going to do that in the game, but it's going to be done correctly, it's going to be done properly, and it's going to be done tastefully. It's not going to be disrespectful or guessed. I think Thubnail really know what they're doing here. They've obviously done LGBT characters in the past with the Life Change series. We've not yet seen a transgender character from them, but I have full faith in Thubnail that they're going to do both this character and this game justice with having a transgender character. But like I said earlier, I personally don't mind, you know, the gender, sexuality, or the age, skin colour, race, whatever. Those are stuff I don't really care about when it comes to a character. As long as it's a well written character in a great story, I'm going to end up loving them. And I got a feeling that when this game comes out next year, I'll end up loving both Tyler and Alyssa as much as I've come to love Max and Chloe, or Sean and Daniel. I can almost guarantee it. But anyway guys, that's all I got to say about this game and what we know about it. I am one of the people who are really excited for this game, and I cannot wait to see more of it when it drops, and see about, you know, gameplay news and trailer news. Hopefully we do get more of it soon, but we probably won't get any more information now until probably next year, because it's not coming out until the summer of next year. I know it's coming to Xbox and PC. I'm unaware if it is or isn't coming to PlayStation, so you'll have to go ahead and look for yourselves if it is, but I already know it's coming to Xbox and PlayStation at the moment. So if any of you guys are on PlayStation, I feel a bit sorry for you that you may not get to experience this game, but nevertheless, even if you don't get to play it, I suggest you do end up checking it out on YouTube through other people's Let's Plays. I myself will also be covering this game, you know, when we get more news about it, and when the game drops next year, I will be hopefully doing a Let's Play on it and covering as much content as I can on this game, because it seems very promising, and I cannot wait to see what we have in store with this game. So I promise you guys, next year when the game drops and when we get more news about it, I will be covering content, so be sure to subscribe for more of that to come in the future. But anyways guys, let me know down in the comments, what are your feelings about this game? Are you guys excited for this game, or are you guys kind of on the fence about it? You know, let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. But with all that said guys, leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.